Hey guys.
Hello.
We're not going to do any music or anything. This isn't about that.
Hi. How is everyone?
Yeah. How's
life?
How's your hour vacation going?
Our vacation. Yeah. I know, vacation.
We weren't even gonna put out an episode.
I know.
Because we've been doing this for so long. We thought we'd take a little vacation for your vacation.
Yes.
But unfortunately, some things happened.
Unfortunately, yes.
Last night. As a lot of you who listen to our podcast know, we were very in support of our friend Damien Christie of R.K.B. Paranormal, who was now part of Beer, Booze, and Boogeymen podcast.
That's right.
You follow the show, we've been posting stuff, getting ready for this. Our what do they call it? The
Parapalooza?
No, the investigation, the
Night House?
Interactive. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Interactive, like RPG style, I think is what they were calling it. Which ended up being, it was an okay investigation.
It was.
There was nothing wrong with it. They had a lot of problems. Streams kept going down.
The place was really cool. The house was neat.
Two of the hosts couldn't show up because they were stuck in the hurricane remnants out in North Carolina,
Georgia, all that area.
Which apparently didn't go so well. So, Gil, we hope you and Joey have a speedy, recovery back to normalcy, I guess.
Yes.
But there were two of them there.
Yes.
And things got out of hand by the second video because it went down. They tried to do like a private video. And they had problems, so they moved it over to their regular page.
And we were watching from the beginning, as we always do with anything that they do.
Yep, we said we would be there. We did. We supported it. We put our we put all the stuff out there to everybody to help promote it. But then some things happened. Oh, I'm already playing the video. But some things that happened after the second video had started. Pretty early off. I was one of the first people. Well, we were one of the first people in the chat.
Yeah.
And I commented, hey. And the host, who I literally just found out is the actual owner of the Night House, which is honestly kind of makes this a little worse for him anyway.
Agreed. I think he was running like their tech stuff, helping with the cameras and things like that.
He had to because Gil was their guy for that, and he couldn't make it, him and Joey. But I just said, hey, and he says, hey back. And but what he says, well, it's on here. Mm-hmm. When we get to the part, I'll pause it and I'll tell you what I wrote. I'm going to be completely transparent and honest of what I did the whole time because it's fair. I'm not here to just, we'll just get into this. So we're going to play this. We're going to do our best to talk in between the dead silence times. But for those of you listening with like headphones, like listen carefully because there is a lot of they don't know that their mic is unmuted.
Yeah. So there's people farther away. There's people right up on the mic. So some things are a lot quieter and people are saying, and somebody that's up on the mic is very, very loud. So there's big discrepancy in sound.
Well, it's also because they don't know that the mic's unmuted. They think they're muted while all this is going on. Mm-hmm. You'll hear it. You'll hear the difference in how he talks, too. Like, he sounds very host-like.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't. And I apologize in advance for all the heavy breathing and chewing. I can't help that. That's not on our end. That's part of the video.
Yeah. And just set the scene for you. We are in the middle of a family game night with
our kids,
10 and 8-year-old, and they like watching, what we like, and especially when it involves our show because they get super excited. It's for the booze.
Yeah, they're very interested in what we do.
Yeah, so we just had it on and we had it playing. So, scene set.
Okay, so I'm going to let this play. I will come in and out, and we will discuss what's happening because there are going to be some things that need clarification as to what's going on. So let's let her rip.
There's a mute button on the mic. I guess I touched it whenever I moved it. Yeah. So now I can hear it.
Nobody knows it's
Did you hear me? There's a mute button on the mic. I touched it. It's down here. I touched it and muted it on the mic. I didn't know it was on there. Oh, Lord. What's up, Hello for the Booze? How's it going? Technology is wonderful. So we're just going to do it from this main live stream.
So right there where he says, hey, what's up, Hello for the Booze? I was like, well, that's, I just corrected him. And I wrote verbatim, it's, quote, for the booze, quote, podcast, because I wanted him to get it right.
Right.
We're there. We would like for people watching to know who we are. And that's all I said. There was no ill will behind this.
No, not at all. It was just like hey.
That's not it. Like, this is our name. And that's it. I didn't even really think a whole lot of it. I was just trying to, make conversation.
Because nobody was chatting in the chat at all.
Yeah, so I was talking to the host because I think I might have said something else about, oh, man, stream went down again, which is why he was like, technology's wonderful, huh?
Right.
So, that's what's going on. Like I said, we're like less than a minute into this thing, right? And this is all I've said so far. And now what you're about to hear is I think he finishes up what he's saying, and then he thinks that he mutes the mic. And then this is what comes out after I write, it's, quote, for the booze, unquote, podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
If it does screw up again, we'll just go straight back to live on the Beer, Booze, and Boogeymen podcast page, and no more of the secret special sauce addresses and emails. Yeah, and just tell them it's the main public page.
Also, for people listening, I do want to mention this. We tend to be a family-friendly show. This is not going to be family-friendly language.
Yeah.
Not on our end.
Unfortunately.
Not on our end, on their end. I wanted to remember to say that. So if you're listening, you got kids, maybe listen later.
Yeah.
Do it alone, but this is not family-friendly.
No. And we found that out because our kids were there.
That's right.
Just let them know this. Now we're just on the public page for Beer, Booze, and Boogeymen. All right. I need another cigarette because I'm sweating over here because I'm stressed. But y'all are good to go as soon as she gets this email done. Well, there's 3 viewers.
He's about to watch. He's about to look at the chat.
So now we're just going to be live from the just main page, the public page, so no special links or anything. So if the stream goes down again, we'll just automatically pop it right back up, so don't go anywhere. Sorry about all the issues, but technology is wonderful, so thank you. What did I say? I said for the Booze podcast, did I not? Sorry to get your fucking... Why people such dickheads? It's for the Booze, in quotation marks, podcast. That's what the fuck I said, was it not?
Now, mind you, I wasn't trying to come off any certain way. I was just correcting him. Mm-hmm. Because if it was them and they supported this in hopes that maybe they could pick up some new viewers or listeners, they would want their name said right.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was like, it's for the booze, you idiot.
Right.
Nothing like that. I just simply put, it's for the booze. I've been commenting on the videos all night.
Yeah, from video 1, it went down. Video 2 went up. You were the first one in the chat. Mm-hmm.
And this is what happened because I corrected him. Now there's more. There's going to be more. I do want to I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit. I seen you. Yeah. Like, oh no. But there are things that are a little quiet that I want people to be able to hear. And like having headphones on really helps, honestly. Mm-hmm. It sounds like I can hear it. But this is the beginning. And Now, technically, we're not friends with this guy.
Right.
Okay,
He's just the owner of the place that they're investigating.
Which says a lot, though, because he owns a house where people pay or, they come to investigate.
Right.
And this is pretty damning, in my opinion, because would you want to go somewhere where the host is either going to talk behind your back or behind your, your viewers' backs and
Absolutely
stuff like that?
Not.
So it doesn't look good, in my opinion. But there's more. I'm going to let it play, and I'll do my best to explain along the way.
Misheard me then. I don't fucking know.
Okay, that was another thing, actually.
Yeah, I don't know who it is that says in the background. I think it's the lady that was with them during the investigation. But she says, "What are they? They've been drinking."
And people who listen to the show, we've been pretty honest about it in the past. Mm-hmm. We are, recovering drug addicts, and we don't drink, and we don't do drugs, and we don't do stuff like that.
Now, does she know us or anything about us? Probably not.
No, but that's even more of a reason to keep your mouth shut.
But I don't know if it's because we're close to recovery and close to addiction and things like that. Like, I would never assume that about someone, ever.
No. And it's, you're in a live video setting. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you think you're not going to be hurt or not. There's always the possibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why would you talk about somebody else's audience that way, somebody else's friends that way? But I think as we get into this, there are things about this situation that make me more mad than this.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I heard this live, and I went off in the chat. I didn't cuss anybody. I didn't swear. I didn't call anybody names, but I repeatedly let it be known that I could hear them. I was not happy with what was said, and I did. I went at it. Like, I kept going and kept going because I wanted them to respond to me, and they wouldn't respond to me. And so throughout this whole thing, I'm commenting. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, what did you just say? This is unbelievable. This is unprofessional. We've been supporting this podcast pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah.
But I do want to throw that out there that I am commenting through this, but I swore not once, nor did I call a name once.
Right. And we've known Damien the longest.
For almost 3 years.
But almost about 2 years ago, we went on a paranormal roundtable that Damien put on. And that is where we met Gil and Kristen and, everybody. That's where we met these people. And it's been 2 years, and they've been supportive of us. We've been supportive of them. And this just seems like it was very out of left field.
Absolutely. It definitely caught me off guard, which is why I got a little irate. But again, like, I was able to not swear at them and call names and stuff like you're about to hear them do.
Right.
And again, like, the guy speaking, I don't know him. Mm-hmm. But the problem for me is what you're going to hear some of our quote unquote friends, how they react and the things they say in the background.
Right.
Or at least I know they can fucking hear me.
Right.
I'm going to smoke another cigarette. Y'all are good to go. Look, when she goes in yonder, just click the unmute right here and talk in there. And you can put the headphones on and you can hear her responses. Because I'm gonna click over to it's still in the bedroom,
So there's not a whole lot going on here. This is them taking what seems like the 10th smoke break in less than 2 hours.
we just said we had to figure it out somewhat.
Not yet.
I told you it's fucking random. It was yelling for help.
It was.
You needed assistance, technical support. It did. It said something like that.
Because he was all tuned in. He was like, what did that just say? And I said, it's that carbon monoxide thing. I'm trying to remember the problem.
Weird kids. Oh, they must have heard me.
So now they notice that we heard it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing things that I wasn't able to hear before.
It's past their bedtime. People are getting moody.
Mm-hmm.
Third time's a charm, so, yeah, we're just going too fast.
That's them in the investigation part. So they went out to smoke.
Ready.
That's where he goes and gets her, right?
No.
No, not yet. So what you're hearing a lot of is the guy who said that is he's gone out to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
This is only like I don't know, 4 hours long maybe. It seemed like there was a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
A lot of downtime. And people paid for this.
Yeah, and I get like technology, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it happens. It does happen.
But when things are up and running, like you're there, you're doing the thing, you know?
Yeah, you're not there to. Okay, look, it's one thing if we did this and then we paid for it and we went out. We can do whatever we want. We paid for it.
Right.
But they were donated almost $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
And only two of the members showed up.
Right.
So I feel like, and this is just nitpicky, I guess, because I'm not judging them on like how they delegated their money. I'm just saying if it was us. Mm-hmm. When it went back up, I don't think we would have stopped investigating. I don't understand why you even stopped.
Right. And I get there's in between times and like things you have to set up for other things. Like we totally get that.
But I mean, technically, everything's already set up. They only moved a camera one time.
But like things are there and like things need to happen while those things are there and working and ready to go.
Yeah, and I mean, you're going out to take smoke, but just don't smoke. Just hold off for a little while.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough people there that you can rotate during investigation parts.
Yeah, because there's like 8 people there, I think. Something.
Maybe like 5.
Well, let's see. There's
6.
Damien, Kristen, the owner. I think there's 2 other people there because you see a girl. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember if you see someone. So maybe it's like 5 or 6. But still, there's enough people there to keep it rolling.
Right.
But now, as they're out to smoke, I am lighting up the comment section because I want them to know that I saw it. Mm-hmm. And all the while, like, I'm not like, I'm not trying to be quiet and let them further incriminate themselves. I'm telling them, your mic is not muted. We can hear you. Mm-hmm. I can hear you. And the response to all this is just baffling to me because you're supposed to be professionals and Damien's a professional ghost hunter and these guys are all podcasters that have multiple podcasts and this guy is a location owner and this is how they come about with all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this person needs to be blocked.
Talking about us.
Whoever this is,
Hold on.
it says, thanks, Damien and Kristen and Gil, so much for this professionalism. This person needs to go. Wait, that.
She's showing Damien right now.
Well, it's from.
Down.
You go all the way down.
Yeah, because I said you don't ever get dickhead, and they heard me in that microphone. There it goes.
Oh well.
My bad.
Still doesn't realize his mic's not muted.
But that's how it feels. Forget it.
Something different.
Then you giggle. Who's giggling about either?
Now, the host keeps saying, all because I said they don't need to act like dickheads. That's what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But if you listen to it, he says, these people are fucking dickheads.
Why do people act like such dickheads or something like
Yes,
that?
but he's also going to try to fight for this fact that he wasn't wrong. He said our name right, and he didn't. You hear it in the beginning, which is the only reason I was like, it's just for the booze.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like his crutch that he's just trying to stand on, is that I said it right, and these people are dickheads.
He then later says acting
Yes, after the
like
fact.
dickheads, but that's not what he said.
But now we're already like 5-6 minutes into this, and I've been ranting in the comment section, letting them know that I can hear them. And now he's changing it to, I said that they were acting.
Yeah, and the lady in the background says, "Oh, is that guy?"
Which I don't even know who they're talking about.
And then the answer to that is no, it's somebody else.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Yep.
It's
You
muted.
take that.
You hear him say it's muted now.
What do you want me to do? Well, they quoted me wrong because I said that it had to be a dickhead.
Doesn't work
I didn't say that.
for you.
I had to say it had to be a dickhead.
You can hear her laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys.
But now Damien's going in there to get Kristen.
Yeah, she's been in another room doing the Estes method, which is the words that you can hear being read.
I guess they heard me on that microphone say they didn't have to be dickheads. So now, make a big deal about it.
No, it's just Steve. He was deadbeat.
Hmm?
He was not happy with us before either.
All right, so if you need to rewind that and listen to this back, this is Kristen Amanda, I believe her name is, and she is the host of also the Paranormal Girl Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if those of you that remember, we also supported this where they did the Parapalooza, and we showed up to be on a panel that we rearranged our schedule to be on. Megan left work early to be on. And then because they had technical difficulties, they squeezed us out, gave us 5 minutes, and didn't allow us to do anything. So I was upset. I never mentioned to them that I was upset. It wasn't until Gil messaged me and I explained to him why we were upset.
Right.
And I told him that it wasn't cool. I explained to him that you had to leave work. You know, they were letting other guests go overtime. Their last guest, who had 30 minutes like us, went for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I let him know. So we had this set up to where we were going to go on their podcast October 30th. We were going to go on their show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it the first time around, but that's Kristen that you hear saying talking about me. And what she says is, that's Steven. He was a dick beat, and then stops. And then says, yeah, he had a problem with us before.
Yeah, he was upset with us before or something like that.
So what you can hear is her about to say he was a dick before.
Mm-hmm.
Because you left work,
Mm-hmm.
and we rearranged our whole schedule to make time for them.
And we were happy to do so. We were excited to
Yeah,
do so.
we were. We
We
told
wanted to-
everybody.
it was a phone lines where people could call in and ask, the guests on the show questions and things like that. We went on, we started talking about us. Well, when we first went on, there was audio feedback, but people in the live chat were saying that they could hear us fine, but everybody else was echoing. Mm-hmm. So we exited, went back in a few times, and so finally they just kind of muted themselves, and we were just talking about our show and doing all these things. And then
the next guest came.
We were out of time.
Yep. And then because the next guest came, even though the guest before us stayed for about half of our time. Mm-hmm. So that's what she's referring to. But I wasn't a dick about it. I didn't say anything on the show. I thought I was very polite about it. And I was like, well, thanks for having us on, guys. Mm-hmm. And if you want to, anybody can go back and watch this.
Yeah, we didn't get time to say, hey, come find us on Instagram.
Yeah, we didn't even we didn't even get a plug or nothing.
Right.
And it wasn't even until Gil reached out to me after the fact that I let him know.
Yeah, and they were messaging till, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning.
Almost 3 in the morning.
And I went to bed like an hour after we got off that show. So.
Yep. And so that's what she's referring to. Mm-hmm. So let's let this play some more. There's going to be a little bit more said. Now he's frantically trying to figure out how to mute.
Before I muted the microphone, so why could they even know?
And it said duck.
My bad. I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but I just said it didn't have to be a dickhead because I didn't say their name wrong. This is what he said.
Somebody at the night house needs to get my quote right. Just want to throw that out there.
And then house needs to worry all this stuff. Yeah. So I was trying to start shit.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no way to fix this, but.
Not even try.
There's no sound going out, so I can see.
But we can still hear you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm still commenting in there. We can still hear you. Mm-hmm. Throughout the whole thing, I'm telling them, we can still hear you. They think they're muted. Mm-hmm. So this is like the 5th time they've tried to mute and did it unsuccessfully and yet continue to talk.
And I think that right there in that moment, when it was said that there's no way to fix this, a simple comment in the chat.
No, she was on microphone. She literally could have said, guys, I am really sorry.
Right.
She couldn't take 2 minutes out of their investigation to apologize for the host's actions. Mm-hmm. People who have been supporting them since they started.
And the thing is, like, it's not somebody who was with them. We would 100% get that. Like, you can't control the people. Like, you just met him. Like, he owns this house that you're in, doing an investigation, whatever. But literally nothing.
Yeah, it was up to you to make this right. We don't know him. We know you. Mm-hmm. And if you would have just came on there and said, I know you're upset. I'm really, really sorry for what he said. We will message you after and we'll talk.
Right.
I would have been, okay, all right, you know what? I don't know him. Mm-hmm. At least our friends, our quote unquote friends said, they know it was wrong and we'll talk about it. And that would have been the end of it. But that's not what happened.
Right.
We were ignored and still have been ignored, as a matter of fact. I have reached out to every one of their accounts, personal accounts, podcast accounts. I've made numerous posts about what happened, trying to get their attention. And all they did was they blocked us on every form of social media. Mm-hmm. Insane to me. I mean, where's the friendship in that?
It's
I'm friends with Damien. This is where it gets me upset. I used to talk to Damien all the time. We would spend days in Twitter Spaces when everybody used to do those. I got to know Damien. Like, we hung out. We talked on, like, messages back and forth because we live far away from each other. But, like, I got to know Damien. So, like, anytime he was like, hey, could I come on your show? I was like, yeah, absolutely, yeah. If you need to promote something, come on. And then we would help promote it. And then when he started this, we promoted it. And then when they started this event thing, we promoted it.
And then anytime he had stuff that he had going on for his podcast or whatever, he'd ask us to come on and be absolutely, we will be there.
Yeah, like when he needed a guest to come on his show, we were there.
Yeah.
So, like, anything that he's ever asked for, we've done. And then this, again, Damien's not saying this, but they are aware of what was said and what happened, and they decided to not address it and just be like, nope, there's no way to fix it. I don't care. And that's really what gets to me.
Yeah.
Because this is my friend.
Somebody want to jump on private chat with him and just explain the stress level that we were under tonight?
And that's another thing, the stress we're under tonight, because they tried that card on the Parapalooza too. Oh, we're so stressed. Then don't do this. Then this isn't for you. If you can't control your attitude and like not let people call people names during your live event, this isn't for you. You shouldn't do this.
Yeah. And the hop on a private chat never happened.
No, it never happened.
Never happened.
I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried. I was messaging them on every social media platform I could think of, trying to get a hold of them. Nothing. I got crickets. Nobody ever contacted us. So there's that. So when you hear that, just know that there was never any attempt to contact us.
I mean, my thing is, he pronounced it just fine. He didn't mispronounce anything. What could have happened on the dude's end, that maybe it didn't come through good for him. But either way,
It was a misunderstanding.
So the misunderstanding is on their end. Because as we all heard in the beginning of this, he did say it wrong.
Right.
And again, I was just correcting him. There was nothing ill behind that. I was just letting him know this is our name.
Right.
There was never no name calling. I just told him our name. And he couldn't handle that. And this is what I got in return. But they keep really trying to stress the fact that he said it right. So they're clear. They didn't do anything wrong.
Of course.
That's all so minute. That is all so small and dumb. To me, that doesn't even matter. What matters is what you decided to say about the people afterwards.
Right.
Because who else are they willing to talk behind their back that's supporting them or anything else?
Because, I mean, he said it just fine.
And then all I said was he didn't have to be a dickhead.
But it didn't say D, it said duck. But still. But, I mean, I'm just being honest.
So did you catch that before?
I did.
I didn't. Where she
did.
corrects him and says, that's not what you said.
No.
She
was
said,
saying,
I'll review probably this.
I think she's referring, did you say that you heard them call you a dickhead in the chat, but it auto-corrected to duck head?
Oh, is that what she's saying? Because I
Yes.
could have swore she said that's not what you said.
No.
Okay. You're right.
You weren't trying to start shit as you keep saying you weren't supposed to.
Because that's when there's having issues with the mic.
And they finally muted their mic.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm mad, and I am letting them know that I am mad, I'm also letting them know we still hear you.
Yeah. We can totally hear you.
Yeah. So this is how long in are we now? This goes on for
11 and a half minutes.
almost 12 minutes.
Okay.
Almost 12 minutes of them not muting their mic and just continuously talking trash. And our friends laugh and claim that they can't fix it, and they're giggling and they're saying that I've been a dickhead before and stuff like that. This is what we get from our friends, whom I have tried to reach out to so many, email, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, anything that I can find where they have I even went on their website and emailed them through that. And I have yet to hear back from them. Now, I will say that earlier, right before we were about to eat dinner, a notification on my phone popped up, and it was from Damien. And it said, hey, me and Kristen would like to call you if that's okay. And I went to open it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, he sent it and then deleted it.
I don't know, man. This just...
Was there any more on this? It's still playing.
I
We,
think
you know what? We'll talk. We'll just let it play out. And if it comes back on, we'll listen.
Okay.
But there are little things in there that if you need headphones if you really want to be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah, because there's quieter voices in the back. It's a big room. It's echoey. But then, like, some people are right up on the mic, chewing and
Breathing heavy.
heavy breathing. It just makes my skin crawl. I can't.
But, like, I was totally letting them know that, like, I could hear them the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Never once did anybody think, let's check the chat.
Right.
You know, he was just so listen, if you ever get the opportunity to go investigate the Night House, just keep in the back of your mind that this dude may be talking about you behind your back. Because, again, we supported them.
Right.
So fervently. We even put it in our Patreon. The people who pay us, we're like, go check them out. They're great. And we put it out for them. And I feel bad, honestly. I don't want my people to think that that's the kind of people I associate with, because it's not. We wouldn't do that to somebody.
Absolutely not.
I don't care how stressed I am. If I'm doing a live event where other people paid for me to do and helped me get there, there is not a chance that myself, or if I would not let anybody else in there, whether the mic's on or not,
Right.
I would not let them talk trash about the people who helped us get there.
Absolutely not.
And that's what makes me so mad, is that you guys claim to be such good people, but then the first opportunity you get to do something and we get to hear behind the scenes, and this is what we hear.
It's just crazy because it all started with him saying, hey, what's up? Hello for the booze.
And all I said was, it's just for the booze.
It's literally the most innocent, stupid thing.
Yeah.
And then you heard it. It spun to all of that.
I could understand if I was like, it's for the booze, you dumbass, or something like that. And I wasn't. I just corrected him. Again, I had been commenting all night on stuff.
Right.
I was just I just let him know this is the actual name, you know, and I was going to keep talking because we were just biding time for people to come in. And instead, he left his mic on and started name calling. So, look, we're not going to tell people, don't listen to them. If you like them, listen to them, whatever.
Absolutely.
But you should know at least who you're listening to, who you're supporting. And if you went over there and any of this bothered you and it was because of us, I'm sorry. We didn't know that they were like this. We really didn't. We thought that they were good people.
Yeah.
You know, so, but here we are. It's been almost 24 hours now. And I still haven't gotten a response. I've been checking my phone throughout this. Still haven't gotten a response. Instead, I keep getting blocked on more and more social media accounts because I've tried, like, our podcast and my personal. And every time I contact them through any means or with any account, they just block me now. Oh, that's another thing. In this video, I think it was right around the time they mute this. They block me from the chat. Nobody can see my stuff anymore.
Oh, they blocked the for the booze.
Yes,
that's right.
They block
Yeah.
for the booze, so we can't comment anymore because I'm letting them know I'm unhappy and we could hear you. And, like, I think the worst thing I may have said in all my comments was, "You guys are backstabbers and you use people." That's it. I don't cuss at them. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Honestly, I didn't swear at them. I wanted to, but I didn't. Oh, they're coming. They're unmuted again.
Yeah.
That's part of the video. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not us.
So we're going to let this play out. There's not much left. We'll just see, because I can't remember if he says anything else. But I remember this stream also goes down. Yeah, he's laughing.
They're jumping on dude now.
Oh.
You're rude and disrespectful.
So their viewers start attacking me.
In the chat.
Because
Yeah.
now remember, we were the only ones in the chat when all this went down. They didn't hear this.
Right.
They didn't hear any of this. So they just think I'm being mean to him.
Yeah.
So now the whole chat is attacking me. And they laugh about it instead of say something. And this goes on for the entirety of the rest of the stream. The people in there are just laying into me and dude's laughing about it.
Yeah.
Cool. You need to leave the chat.
What did she say?
She said, when I get down there, I'm going to get in front of the camera and I'm going to say something like, sorry, there was a miscommunication and we just took a little time to reset.
Well, which is funny because this stream goes down and then she does talk for a while in front of the camera, but there's no audio.
Yeah. The next video that's put up after this one crashes. So at the end of this recording that we have, there's like a 10-minute video, I think it was.
Something like that.
And you can't hear anything. I believe they were in the basement doing an investigation.
So, yeah.
And
we're already blocked at this point. So even if they said something, we would never know.
Right.
And they would never know we heard it.
Sorry, that's my bad.
I wonder who they're calling.
I don't know.
I can't hear what they're
Are you on
saying.
channel 1?
I think they're just talking about doing the video.
Okay. This man really does breathe really hard. I'm a heavy breather, and you still don't hear me. I think that's it. Because this stream's about to go down.
Yeah.
So we'll stop it there. It's about to go down. So that's it. That's what all this is about. We tried to help our friends, and this is what we got for it.
I just think it's wild. It's just wild. Like in a live setting, whether you know your mic's on or not, that makes no difference at all whatsoever.
No, you don't.
You don't talk about people like that.
Behind their back. And then when you get called out because you get caught, you just
ignore it.
Block them on everything so that way they just go away. I'm not just going to go away. I'm not. I will not. I will get a response from them.
As you deserve.
Yeah, this is supposed to be, especially Damien. He's supposed to be my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what I've never done. I've never talked behind his back. I've always liked Damien. I've always treated him with respect. And I definitely don't have any videos where anybody's talking about him, calling him names, nor Kristen, nor Gil.
Nor have we said anything in private either.
Well, that's what I mean.
Like, I don't.
I guess just maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
I guess you standing up for yourself is just
too
not
much.
okay.
Yeah, it's just too much, telling them that they're being unprofessional, and the fact that they won't get back to us, they just used us to, to get viewers there. And
like, we have a show too.
Yeah.
We have things that we need to do as well.
Yep.
And if that's not okay, then I don't know.
So if you guys were wondering what all this is about, that's what it's about. Now, we don't want you guys to go over there and say anything.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Please just leave it alone. But
everybody was asking, so we just decided to put it out here.
Yeah. But it is what it is. We will be very weary of who we bring into our little circle of trust again, I guess.
If we do
Show-wise.
If we do it at all again.
Our listeners all seem to be pretty rad.
Yeah. You guys are great.
3 years, we've never had an issue with listeners ever.
No.
So it's always the content creators. It really is.
It's so wild to me. I don't know.
And if Beer, Booze, and Boogeymen happen to hear this or listen to this, do better, guys. Maybe treat future supporters and stuff with a little more respect.
We've always been there. We've always helped you guys out. So
yeah, we always thought of you guys as friends, and we see that maybe that wasn't reciprocated quite as equally as we thought. So I'm not gonna put any ads or anything on this. This is just gonna go out to everybody so they can hear what's going on. But we appreciate all you listeners for always being supportive, and we will be back very soon after this vacation. We already have an episode written up, so
We do. And I'm excited to come back.
we will catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.